Shout out to Money Brown, man. Ernest Jr. Boy, Money Brown, he get a lot of money, that's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV and keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on out there, Fight World? It's your boy Money back with another one, fam. And this one here's on 3 big dogs in this fight game. We have the legendary Canelo Alvarez, the hottest fight on the planet, the #1 pound-for-pound king, the 4th division world champion, the undisputed super middleweight world champion. Then we have Terence T-Boy Crawford, the 3 division world champion, the former undisputed world champion, the current WO welterweight world champion. Then we have Amir Kahn, the former unified light welterweight world champion. But Amir Kahn has came out, everybody. He said to him, Terence Crawford is better than Canelo Alvarez, everyone. To Amir Kahn, who fought them both. And we all know the outcome. But I want y'all to listen to what Amir Kahn had to say, and I'll be back with a great assessment, family.
I really think that Crawford is the better fighter because, so who has the most power is Canelo. Canelo, obviously, is a very powerful, strong fighter. But when it comes to what wins your fights is timing and technique. I think with Crawford, he has those things with power as well. But like I said, not as much power as Canelo. But I think when it comes down to breaking that fight down, or breaking the fighters down, I think Crawford, in my opinion, is a better fighter. He's a better boxer. And he can exchange. And also, he's one of them that can make you miss. And he can fool you off your game plan. See, he would never let me settle. When I fought Crawford, I could not settle because he always had some great movement. Whereas when I fought against Canelo, I still had good combinations that were hitting him with, or I let my hands go. But with Crawford, I couldn't really let my hands go because he had everything to a T, So I had to kind of change my style while I was in the fight with him. But look, overall, both fighters are amazing. They've done great in the sport of boxing, but I just feel like Terence is the one. See, Terence has never been beat. Whereas Canelo has, so I think he has that one. He has one up on him.
Now, as y'all can see, man, Amir Kahn came out. He's picking Terence Crawford to be better than Canelo Alvarez, and I totally disagree with Amir Kahn. Right? Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, right? But when I look at the situation, Canelo Alvarez knocked you out cold. He knocked your ass out cold, Amir Kahn, and not only that, Canelo Alvarez prayed over your dead body, right? He thought you was a carcass laying on that goddamn canvas, bro. He prayed over your body for God to put life back into you, bro. And guess what? God put life back into you, Amir Kahn. You know what I'm saying? He put life back into you, bro. But when we look at Terence Crawford, like I say, Bud is a bad boy, man. I ain't taking nothing away from Terence Crawford. Bud got the skill set. Bud is a bad boy inside that square circle. That's something you can't deny. Even though I talk about him and his business ventures, right? But, for us in that ring, he's a bad boy. And some people got Bud Crawford #1. I don't be blaming y'all or nothing, but don't put Terence Crawford over no goddamn Canelo Alvarez talking to me, man. Let me tell you about this. When I look at Bud Crawford, he can't beat Canelo. Canelo will knock Bud Crawford out cold as well. Canelo will knock Bud Crawford out cold as well. So when I look at Amir Kahn, he said when he fought Terence had to make him adjust, and Terence had to make him do this, and Terence had to make him do that. Bro, you quit on Terence Bud Crawford, bro. You ain't even want to fight the man for real. Let's stop the bull crap. You know what I'm saying? You talking about the man hit you in the nuts and all this, and oh, you hit me in my nuts, and I couldn't feel it. And I was really there for my boss. He hit me in my boss. Like, you told him all that shit you said after the thing that he was this, that, and all that, but now you in camp with him, right? Now that you in camp with Terence Crawford, I want y'all to take note on what Money Brown about to say. Now that Amir Kahn is in camp with Terence Crawford, right? He's going to come out and say that, oh, Bud is better than Canelo, I feel like this and I feel like that, he can do this, he can do that. Bro, when Canelo was taking your little pity pats and all that shit, he know he's going to knock your ass out, right? Okay, you going to hit me with that bean, but I feel the pity pat, and when I bean your ass, you going to be laying like a dead man, stiff. You feel me? Stiff. Like a fucking boy. And he laid your ass out like a boy, bro. So when I'm looking at the situation, and I'm looking at how you fought Terence Crawford, and I'm looking at how you fought Canelo Alvarez, I think you prepared more for Canelo than you did for Bud Crawford, but I'm not just going to, throw that out there because people going to say, well, Money Brown, how do you know? Well, it was down the line when you fought Terence Crawford, you feel me? So when I'm looking at the situation, bro, he's going to train harder for Canelo. He's going to train harder for Canelo, right? So he said he got his little things off on Canelo. You know, I was able to get my combinations off. And, you know, with Terence, I wasn't able to do that because Terence, he's not going to be there. He's not going to be this because Canelo was coming for your ass. Canelo knew. As soon as I land this punch on this motherfucker, he's a dead man. You dig me? He's a dead man. Period. You know, Terence Crawford, he had to work his way to try to get you up out there, which they got they different styles, but they both working towards the same goal. But when he sit up here and, you know, he try to make, I ain't gonna say try to make, but his opinion is, you know, Terence Crawford is better than Canelo Alvarez. You know, some of the things I just have to disagree with, especially when he said, oh, Canelo lost one time, so Terence got that one up on him. No, Canelo lost to the greatest fighter of all time. Canelo lost to the greatest fighter of all time, Amir Kahn. Let that sink in your head. Wow. Canelo lost to Floyd Mayweather. Then we have Terence Crawford over here. What would Terence Crawford done to Floyd Mayweather at the age of 23? I say, what would Terence Crawford done with Floyd Money Mayweather at the age of 23? Amir Kahn? Answer that question. Answer that question. You dig what I'm saying? So when I'm looking at the situation, bro, and if I got Canelo Alvarez beat Terence Crawford, there's no way I can say that Terence Crawford is better than Canelo Alvarez in me opinion. You dig me? In me opinion. You dig? So I look at it like this. Amir Kahn, he's kissing up the Bud Crawford. He's over in a camp. He need them to help him beat, you know, his number one rival in Kell Brook over in the UK, because right now that's the bragging rights for both of them. This might be both of their last fight heading out the door, and I said this was going to come to fruition. Their last fight was going to be against one another. So, of course, he go kiss Bud ass a little bit more and say that Bud is this, that, and the third, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's going to say he's this, that, and the third. So, I'm not looking at that situation like, oh, man, Amir Kahn, you know, he's really been real. He's saying this, he's saying that. Just think about if Amir Kahn would have been over in Eddie Reynoso and Canelo Alvarez camp training for Kell Brook. And they said, well, Amir Kahn, who do you think is better, Canelo Alvarez or Terence Crawford? Who's number one? Well, I think it's Canelo Alvarez. You know, when he hit me with a fucking bazooka. You know, the guy, what's that guy named? Money Brown? He be saying that bazooka. Now, Canelo hit me with the bazooka, right? And he laid me out flat. I thought I was dead. Even my father, he was crying outside the ring. He thought I was dead, right? They thought I was going to Allah looking at us. You dig what I'm saying? So, I look at this situation, bro. You know, sometimes you can't take people serious speaking their truth because of where they at in the time they at, right? A lot of people go be like, well, Money Brown, you can't tell that man what he feel. He keeping it real. He feel like Terence Crawford better than Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? But, okay, if that's how you feel, but speak the truth. Speak the truth. You dig me? Because when I look at this situation, Terence Crawford can't beat Canelo. Terence Crawford can't beat Canelo. Terence Crawford know he can't beat Canelo. Terence Crawford said out his own mouth, y'all want me to die. You did. Y'all want me to go up to fight Canelo Alvarez. Man, I'm not even that big. I'm not even that big. I can barely go up to fight Canelo. I can barely make 154. Right? And then he said, you know what? Even if I am number two, it's all good. You know, Canelo work hard for what he got. So I praise him for keeping it real on their behalf. You know. But when I look at Amir Kahn, bro, Amir Kahn, you weren't going to beat Canelo. You weren't going to beat Bud. You weren't going to beat Canelo. You weren't going to beat Bud. The difference is Canelo laid your ass out flat, bro. He laid you out flat. You felt that power. And stop making like Canelo only has power. That's what I hate about people. Oh, he have more power. But with Terence Crawford, I was only able to do this and only able to do that. And with Canelo Alvarez, I was able to do this and I was able to do that. Right? Because Canelo had to get to your ass. He had to get to you. He timed your little speed out. And after that, it was good night, Sally. It was good night, Sally. Terence Crawford whole game plan is not to get hit on his chinny chin chin because, you know, sometimes this little chinny chin chin is not the best chinny chin chin in the world, in my opinion. You dig? And that's why I say Canelo hit Terence Crawford on his chinny chin chin, and Terence Crawford turned into a little penny pan pin. His ass would be stuck in the mat just like everybody else, right? A little chicken hen out on that motherfucker. He might be laid flat just like Amir Kahn was laid flat. But I'm just speaking my truth, man. I feel like Canelo Alvarez is, you know, over Terence Crawford in my opinion. Right? I feel like Canelo Alvarez has the work ethic. I feel like Canelo Alvarez do have the skill set. I feel like Canelo Alvarez has the better defense, right? People like to talk about Canelo getting hit a lot. Terence Crawford gets hits a lot, bro. T-Bud get hits a lot. It's just only when he make the adjustments and then he come back and fight you. Go look at all his fights at the welterweight division. My dude get hits a lot. He get hits a lot, bro. Amir Kahn, you couldn't hit him because you was afraid. Your ass just got, what's the word, y'all? Shell shock. You was already shell-shocked before you stuck in the ring. Off of what? That Canelo knockout. Off of what? That Danny Garcia knockout. Off of what? That British Prescott knockout. You dig what I'm saying? being knocked out like you get knocked out, bro, you shell shocked by the time you make it to Terence Crawford. You shell shocked. You don't even really want to throw. You don't even really want to throw, bro. And a man hit you in the leg, somebody hit you in the nuts. So, I can't really, take what you're saying a little serious to me, man. That's just how I feel about the situation, bro. That's how I feel. Because like I said, when you compare Canelo Alvarez, you compare Terence Crawford, you are comparing two good-ass fighters, But you got a legend and you have a Hall of Famer. You have a legend and you have a Hall of Famer. You dig what I'm saying? I just think Canelo Alvarez is just that more special than Terence Crawford. Canelo Alvarez has fought the better competition, right? Canelo Alvarez has the better chin. You understand what I'm saying? And when I look at the situation, bro, and people go say what they want to say, I just say, you put them in a ring with each other, who beats who? If you put them in a ring with each other, who beats who? You dig? And I got Canelo Alvarez, knocking Terence Crawford out if they was to fight. That's just how I feel about it. This is no knock to Bud. This is no knock to Amir, Kahn, or none of that. If Bud Crawford was to share a ring with Canelo Alvarez, I think Canelo Alvarez knocks Terence Crawford out, and Bud Crawford might have some success in the fight. He might even be up on the cards in the fight. But eventually, Canelo Alvarez will get to him like he got to Amir Khan, like he got to Caden Plant, right? And he will knock your dick in the dirt, bro. I think somebody like a Bud Crawford, whose chin is not that, solid, I think Canelo Alvarez would knock his dick in the dirt. So I got to go with Canelo Alvarez being better than Bud Crawford, being the #1 pound-for-pound fighter. It's just what it is, man. 4 divisions, 3 divisions, 73,000 edges in the seats compared to what Bud put into the seats. A 9-figure man compared to what Terence Crawford pulling in. It's just a lot of factors that plays into it. Fighting a better competition. And I can go, on with some more things, but I ain't going to try to make it like I'm hating on Bud, because a lot of people ain't going to like me after this video, but it is what it is. You dig what I'm saying? Shouts out to Amir Khan, bro. Shouts out to Terence Crawford. Most definitely shouts out to Canelo Alvarez. I respect Amir Khan's opinion, but to me, Canelo Alvarez is #1. Until then, it's your boy Money. It's the NSBC moving. Anybody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. You want to donate? OG Money on Cash App. TreyHunt52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share the videos. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.